Hello, this video is a Buzz student walkthrough using my student Avery Lindsay as the guinea pig. The first thing this walkthrough will cover are these three tabs right here. When students log into their Buzz coursework, they are immediately brought to the Overview Courses page, in which they can see all of their courses. There is also the To-Do List tab. If teachers have posted due dates on assignments, the to-do list populates weekly. Retry activities stay in the to-do list until completed. And in this view, we see all of the to-do items for all of our courses. Then we have the Activity Stream tab. In this tab, we can filter by course, or we can see all of the feedback that we have received from our teachers on graded activities. In order to view that feedback, we click here to view feedback. Then we can always come back to the Courses tab where we see all of our courses. The other thing worth pointing out in this view is that if we click this icon right here, we can order our courses using these arrows right here, and then we can save that ordering. Avery has ordered his courses to where he sees his 3 heavy lift classes at the top and his lighter lift classes at the bottom. Also on this main view, we have our main menu tab. When we click on that, we can come into grades and we can see a snapshot of all of our grades in our courses. And we can enter that grade book and see the detailed breakdown of our scores. Coming back to the main page and clicking the 3 stacked lines, we can also come down to the calendar. In the calendar tool, if due dates have been posted for activities, they are represented by these colored dots. For instance, if we click on the 31st, we can see that these are all of Avery's courses, and we can see the activities that are due on this day for these courses. We can expand our caret arrow to see all of the activities. You can notice in this view that there are check marks next to these items, meaning that Avery has completed the math assignments. Whereas in science, since Science Day has not happened yet, there are not check marks, which means these activities have not been completed. Then we can also come right into these activities by clicking on them from here. Coming back to our main view of the student app, we are now going to enter a course. When we come into a course card, if a teacher has a landing page, it shows up here. Then if we scroll down, we see activities and to-do list. Under activities, we have all of our folders for all of our modules. We can expand and collapse these as needed. Right now, Avery is working in Module 4 for Language Arts. We are currently working on 401 and 402. If I open 4.01, it brings me to the chapter or the chunk for Module 4. I have taught Avery that as he's working through here with his arrows back and forth, when he gets to the last slide of this chapter 4.01, he will always see lesson wrap-up. When he sees lesson wrap-up, I have taught him to click this caret arrow forward, and it takes him directly to the graded activity for this chapter 4.01. I can use the caret arrow back to get to that chapter's material again, if need be. Every single chapter has the lesson wrap-up at the end. Some teachers, in an effort to save some scrolling for their students, have the chapter launch into a separate tab. If this is the case, there is a blue link that shows up right about here that students click on to launch the chapter of the textbook. When they get to the lesson wrap-up, they can simply close that tab and use the caret arrow forward to get to the graded assignment. This has really helped my own student navigate the coursework as to not miss those graded activities. If a student is choosing to work off of the to-do list instead of the activities view, when the student clicks on that item, this is also true for the calendar, it brings them to the graded activity. Again, we can use this caret arrow back, and we can get to the chapter or the chunk of the module we need to be working on. When we get to the lesson wrap-up, we can select our caret arrow forward and come to the graded activity. When we use this big backwards arrow right here, it is always going to bring us back to the main page for this course. If we want to get back to where we see all of our courses, we click on our 3 stacked lines and we click on the home icon. That brings us back to all of our courses. Also, students can set notifications. Students can click on their name, click on settings, and then set up the notification preferences. They can have these items sent either to their text or to their email, and they can select the frequency of those notifications. I have seen a lot of parents list their mobile phone number and have these notifications sent directly to their cell phone. This has been an overview of how to navigate Buzz coursework for elementary students. I hope it was helpful.